Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening, everyone. First of all, I think it's only appropriate for me to wish you happy awal Muharram today, tonight actually it starts. So thank you for being here despite all the things that we need to do as a Muslim for today. So without further ado, this is the session that I'm going to give feedback on your work. Mind you, I'm not going to give feedback all on 59 work. I've chosen a few that I think is worth noting lah. Okay, so it goes without saying that when I give my presentation, okay, along the way, if you think that you need to ask me questions, just tap it away on the live chat section so that we can address it together. Okay, do not wait until the end of the session. You can just, if you have something on your mind that you want to ask, just share it on the live chat section, and then I will address it accordingly. Okay. All right. So without further ado, hi Iza. Hi. All right. Waalaikumsalam. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to give you like a little bit of a refresher's course, a revision on what should an informal email should be. Okay. All right. So, right. Thank you for responding. Okay. I know it's late at night, but we do this. We do this at school, right? When teachers at night are still teaching, and we still do that, even though we're at home. So before we proceed, I'd just like to remind you that for my group, we'll be doing a lot of work on Google Classroom. Reason being is because it's easier for me to track your work and mark your work rather than me using Telegram or WhatsApp. It's very difficult for me to track your work. Okay, so only with Google Classroom I can do so. So if you notice any of your friends that's supposed to be in our group that's not here yet tonight or this evening, it's fine. You can always ask them to join in our class. Share them the link that you have for this group so that we are doing everything on Google Classroom. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's start the little exercise that I think that we need to revisit. You know this already. You've learned this in PT3, but I think as humans, we tend to forget things. Okay. So let's try to do this exercise together. Okay. When we do this exercise, you are going to answer them on the live chat section. Okay. We are going to do this together step by step. Okay, let's start. Okay, how to write an informal email. Okay, for your part 1, for your SPM, this is something that you will always find. Okay, so for part 1, it's always informal. So the tone has to be informal. So it's always talking about relationship between friends or relatives or cousins. Okay, so please be mindful when you look at part 1. So the tone has always to be informal and casual. Okay, let's look at the sample question here. Jane is going on a camping trip with her school. Here's an email she wrote to her friend Tara before the trip. Okay, let's continue. Okay, that's the first question that you can see here. Okay, it's normal that when you have informal email, you have to tsmith@gmail.com, subject camping. Okay, so for this question, something Tara. Okay, let's look at the choices that they give you here. Okay, for an informal email, which do you think is more suitable? Is it dear or hi? Okay, for informal email, which do you think is more suitable? Is it dear or hi? Okay, you can share your answers on the live chat section. Okay, most of you are keyed in the answers already. Okay, very well. Most of you answered hi. Okay, let's check if that is the correct answer. Okay, let's check the answer. Very good. Okay. Hi is a suitable greeting for an informal email or letter. It's not like dear is totally wrong for informal letter or email. But tone wise, in terms of tone, hi is much more suitable for informal email. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, the next question. I something something wait to go on our school trip. Okay, let's look at the choices of answers they have here. I cannot or can't. Which do you think is more suitable for informal email? Cannot or can't? You can share your answers in the live chat section. Okay, Iza said can't. Okay, Adina said can't. Okay, can't. Okay, please remember that when you're writing contractions means the short version of cannot or should not. Do not forget your apostrophe, because that will mean so different. That will mean so different if you didn't have the apostrophe. Make sure that you have the apostrophe. Okay, most of you answered can't. Okay, let's look whether that is the correct answer. Okay, let's check the answer. Very good. Okay, we often use contractions can't, won't, or isn't in informal emails. Okay, again, this is an informal email, but it won't work. Okay, in the contractions won't work if you are writing formal email, especially for part 2 and part 3. Only part 1 is permissible and encouraged. Okay, for contractions, please remember that. Okay, let's look at the next question. I can't wait to go on our school trip. Okay, I wonder what the question is. So the next question would be about a punctuation. Okay, is it a full stop or an exclamation mark for this one? Is it a full stop or an exclamation mark appropriate for informal email? What do you think? Okay, Fira said full stop. Is it exclamation mark? Okay, Adrina said, hi Adrina, haven't seen you in a while. And an exclamation mark. Okay, most of you answer exclamation mark. Let's see if that is a unanimous answer. Okay. Okay, so it's almost unanimous. All right, so let's see if an exclamation mark is the correct answer. Okay, very well. Okay, so well done. Okay, you can use exclamation marks in informal emails to show that you're excited. So for informal emails, you can use variety of punctuation, but don't go too crazy. Okay, just a little bit of a variety would do, such as in this case is exclamation marks, or you can use a hyphen. Later I'll show you what other punctuation you could use for informal email, but make sure that they are suitable for your writing lah. Do not just simply put them anywhere in your email. Okay, let's look at the next question. We can pay. I was wondering what we should take. We definitely need our smartphones, lots of snacks, some speakers so we can listen to music, and a frisbee. I also want to take my. Okay, let's look at this question. Is it suitable footwear or cute new sandals? Is it suitable footwear or cute new sandals? Which do you think is more suitable for this part? All right. Which one do you think is more suitable for this one? Okay, you said suitable footwear. Adriana said suitable footwear. Okay. Most of your answers suitable footwear. Okay. Anyone else? Any other answers? Okay, let's see if suitable footwear is the correct answer. Okay, let's check the answer. Okay, suitable footwear is a formal language. Okay, so the one that is much more suitable for informal email is okay, cute new sandals. Okay, cute new sandals is way more suitable for informal email. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. I also want to take my cute new sandals. Are you bringing yours? What else do you think we should bring? I'm so excited. Right, let's look at the question. Is it lots of love or all kind regards for informal email? Is it lots of love or kind regards for informal email? Okay, we have one grievance here. But teacher, we don't wear sandals while camping. Well, this is a context of European type of camping where they don't have extraterrestrial plantations on their feet. So sandals is acceptable for in their context. Okay, but the case here is not just about the sandals. It's more on the fact that the language being used. Okay, it's they want something casual for informal email. So it's cute new sandals is way more appropriate than suitable footwear. Suitable footwear is something that you use when you want to talk about something very formal. All right, Adrina, I hope that clears things up. Okay, for the next question, um, let's see the answers that we've got from your friends. Okay, we've got lots of love. Okay, most of it, lots of love. Okay. Okay, so many love there, Siti Amira. Make sure that you didn't do that in your writing, eh? Lots of love, only one E, eh? Okay. Okay, most of you answered lots of love. Right. Let's see if we can find anything different. Okay, right. So most of you answered lots of love. Okay, can we check the answers? Okay. All right, well done. Okay, lots of love is a good way of ending an informal email. You could also say take care. Okay, that is one way of what we call to end your informal email. It doesn't have to be those expression. It could just be buy with exclamation mark. It's also acceptable. Okay, so okay, let's see what I've prepared for you for the presentation, a quick presentation. I'm afraid that we might have to end early, so I hope that's okay with you since tomorrow is a public holiday and I think we both deserve some very good sleep tonight. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the presentation and then after that, if we end early, then we end early lah. Okay. All right. Let's look at the presentation I've prepared. Let me just share the screen. Window. This one. Share. Okay. So this is like a quick presentation on how should you write your informal email. Okay. So the structure of this presentation would have a little guide and revision. We did that just now, okay? And feedback on the work. Let's look at sample of scripts and try to see what we can improve. Okay, so like I mentioned, it's not going to be all 59 work that I'm going to discuss. It's all being picked randomly based on the kind of marks that, the different kind of level of marks that these candidates may receive. So a little disclaimer before you misconstrue whatever I said. Okay, all these samples of work are nameless. Okay, I just took it from the work that you sent to me, and I didn't. It's all anonymous. Okay, so if your work has been chosen and it's not perhaps not the level of marks that you expect you would get, do not take it wrongly. Do not take it personally. It's just me, my way of trying to show you what you should improve. Okay, take it as a learning journey rather than me trying to shaming you or something. It's never my intention. Okay, it's only for learning purposes. I hope we can be adults about that, and you are almost adults by now. So let's continue. Okay, so when you are writing your informal email, I know this is something that to you is quite easy, right? You don't have to plan so much about it. But make no mistake, when you are, for part one, this is where you should score 20 over 20. Because for part one, you are only expected to reach up until level B1, just a low B1. The least that you could reach is A2, which is at the level of Form 1 and Form 2. So it shouldn't be a problem for you to reach 20 marks even for part 1. But there are certain things that might hinder you from getting that 20 marks, okay? Let's see what are the things that could stop you from getting 20 marks. Okay, let's look at the... Okay, let's look at the plan, okay? First, you need to know your audience lah, okay? Who are you writing to? Okay, is it a friend, a family member, or a classmate? Okay, you have to be clear about this, okay? Second, what is the purpose? Okay, maybe they are asking for suggestions, advice, or a favor, okay? And what is the topic or the theme? Okay. Okay, the topic of the theme, it could be a holiday, a party, okay, a cinema trip, or city recommendation, okay? And then grammar and vocabulary, you have contractions. Okay, like I mentioned just now, contractions are way more impressive than you writing a full word in this section. Okay, so if you can write, I'd like to suggest to you, or we'd like to go somewhere. So, or perhaps I'm interested in. So use as much as contractions that you can lah. But again, make sure that it's suitable. Okay, make sure that you put it at the right place. Okay, and then also the conditional structure of if I were you when you are giving advice. Okay, I know that during PT3 level, I have recommended you to use all those models of you should, you must, or you need to. Okay, all sorts of other modal verbs to help you give advice. But when you at this level, at this Form 5 level, if you could use this conditional structure of if I were you when you're giving advice, you will get a ding 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 ding, a brownie point there. Okay, it shows how good you are with the language. Okay, so if you can start, familiarizing yourself with this structure for giving advice, that'd be great. Because normally for part 1, it's always about giving advice. Okay, and last one, you can be experimental with punctuation. Like I mentioned just now, you can use exclamation marks, or even you can use perhaps hyphen, like the dash somewhere to explain more. So if you can do it correctly, you know the function very well, that will be another way of you getting a full 20 marks for part 1. Like I said, for us, 20 marks for part 1 should not be a problem. Okay, please put that in your mind, because part 2 and part 3 is going to be a bit more difficult for you to get a full mark. Okay, so make sure that you aim for full marks for part 1. And also don't forget to fulfill all the needs of the question. Whatever the question asks you to do, you need to follow lah. Okay, let's look at this sample. Okay, let's look at the question again. Okay, the question is asking you to find a way to earn money to go to Fiji, right? So you need to first explain to the reader how are you going to get the money, what's the aim, the target of the budget, and also what shall you spend it on. Okay, so there are 3 things that you need to fulfill because you're going to Fiji for a school trip. Okay, let's see if this candidate fulfill all the required task. Okay, let me just change the tools into comment. Okay. Right, how are you? I hope you are fine. Okay, so this is okay. I hope you are fine. All right, this is okay. Okay. I think that is a great idea to go on a trip to Fiji. Okay, since we don't have enough money to go there, I think we can earn some money by working part time at a restaurant and working as an agent of some products. Okay, uh, founder or agent or perhaps dropship. I think that's what you meant. Never mind. Okay, that would be question one that you answered. If we work at restaurants, we can work as a cashier or a waiter. Okay, I think if we get to collect at least 3,200 for 2 months, it should be enough for our trip expenses. Okay, right. By the money, we can spend it on many activities there, such as snorkeling and other activities. Okay, instead of using buy, okay, you can buy is not correct lah. You need to use with. Okay. All right. With the money, we can spend it on many activities there, such as snorkeling and other activities. Okay. So this is how. This is number 3. Okay. 302,000 is question number 2. All right. Other than that, we can buy souvenirs for our family and friends. In conclusion, 2 months of working part-time work can help us spend a trip to Fiji together so that we can spend the money as much as possible in Fiji. Okay. Right. That's all from me. See you soon. Bye. Okay. So this is a type of writing that is quite good, but it's missing one of the many important things, such as paragraphs. Okay, so although this is just for 80 words, do not forget that you need to write paragraphs for this one. Okay, and also there are quite a few first draft slips, which is fine. Okay, for part 1. Okay, so if I were to mark this script, okay, I'm going to, the tone is quite okay. You have see you soon, bye, that's all from me. Okay, you have punctuation, exclamation marks there. Okay, so let's see the content. All that is 5. Okay, communicative achievement, I'll give 5. Organization, no paragraphs. The connectors are not that clear. I'll give a 4. And language, also a 4. So for this candidate, 10. This candidate will get an 18 for this one. Okay, so before I move on to the next script, I think that if you have any questions, just ask on the live chat section so that I can address them accordingly. Okay, Adrina has a question. Teacher, is it okay to exceed work column limits stated in the question? Of course it's okay, but do not go overboard. Like I've always asked my students before this, make sure that you do not exceed the space that's given to you. Okay, you can go beyond the number of words, but make sure they are within the space given. Okay, that's the rule of thumb. Okay, I have so many mistakes. Irina, is that yours? You don't have to acknowledge it if you don't want to, but I don't think that's lots of mistakes. Okay, it's just first draft slips, and for me it's forgivable. Okay, for part 1. Part 2 and part 3 is a different story. When we have another session, then we will discuss further lah. Okay, Shafiqa Sophia has another question. Other than conclusion, can we say something that will make our friend more interested to do that thing? Okay, then can we say something that will make our friend more interested to do the thing? It's better to close everything neatly. Okay, means to say that stick with conclusion. I know that you have ideas to be more encouraged. Like let's raise money so that we can. I know that that's the kind of phrases that you're going for. It's fine, but to be on the safe side, I know that this might sound like I want to inhibit your creativity, but please stick to conclusion. Okay, so that you have a very nice flow, and we do want that. When we mark your students' work, we do want a very good flow. Okay, Shafiqa, nice seeing you again. All right. Muiz asked me if there's are numbers count as one word or what? Yes, numbers are count as one word. Okay. All right. If there's no other questions, I can move on to the next script. Okay. Oh, another one. Okay. Can we write more than the word? Of course. Okay, you can, but I do not. I'm not sure who is this. It's fine. Okay. Of course you can, but again, do not go beyond. Do not go beyond the space given. If the lines given only for half a page, make sure it's only for half a page. Do not ask for extra paper for part one. Okay. Hi, virtual hug for you too. All right, let's move on to the next script. Okay, to Emily. Okay, this one is another script. Okay, to Emily, and then from Sakina. Hi, Emily. How are things? That's a different way of spelling Emily. That's quite different. Okay, how are things? Okay, this is a good example. This is a good example of. Yeah, wait, let me. How I miss a real whiteboard rather than this one. Okay. How are things? Okay, this is a good. Why is it not coming up? Okay, this is a good expression. Very good. I will give a star here. Okay, this is a good expression, a good informal expressions. You can use this. Okay, I give you a full pass to do this for your informal email. Okay, I hope you and your family are well. This is also a star here. Very good. Okay, many thanks for your recent email. Going on a trip to Fiji is such a good idea. Okay, okay, this is nice. This is nice. But when you say many thanks, this sounds very formal. Okay, this is a formal expression. Okay, so if I were you, if I were you, right? If I were you, I would write, I'm glad to hear from you. Okay, that's what you should do lah, rather than many thanks. It's not wrong, but it sounds a bit the consistency of being informal is quite disturbed lah. Okay, going on a trip is such a good idea. Okay, this is a good what we call a good ing. A good it's on the top of my head. A good participle. Okay, a good verb for this one. Okay, this shows you are very you have quite good control of language. Okay, so you can use participle very freely. Okay. All right. If you like, we can do a part-time job. Okay. This is question number 1. We can work at fast food restaurant near my house. Other than that, we can work as a tutor for primary school students. Okay. Another question number 1. I hope this is a great idea. Okay lah. Okay. We can do a house chores to earn extra money. Again, lots of ideas for number 1. I'm very sure this job will help us to earn money to go to Fiji for our trip. We have 1 month from now to get 5,000 ringgit from doing some part-time job. Okay, so this is question number 2 answered. We can do a lot of activities such as snorkeling at Viti Levu. I like your research. Viti Levu is such a nice place to snorkel in. All right, so otherwise we can visit Fiji Museum and British Colonial Landmark. Other than that, we can do kayak activity at Navwa River. Okay, I'm already falling in love with this candidate already. Wildlife such as fruit bats, heron, and native parrot are often spotted along the way. It will be exciting. Okay, exciting. Right, if you can have a exclamation mark there, that would be perfect. Okay, that's all from me. Look for again. Okay, do not use this phrase lah when you are using informal. You can just say keep in touch or bye. Okay, be informal. Okay, be casual. This is your friend. Okay, right. So the content here is 5. The communicative achievement, it's on and off. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So I'm going to give you a 4 here. Organization is good, but language a bit first draft slips here and there. Okay, so 18 points. Right, 18 marks for this one. I do commend the effort of you researching all those places in Fiji. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Taki Wong name counts as one word. Yes. All right. Okay. So that is one example of scripts. All right. Again, if you have any other questions, please answer in the live chat section. Don't be shy. It's just us here tonight. Okay, dear Melvin, let's look at the next script. Dear Melvin, hi, how are you? I hope you are in the pink. Okay, I think I should make this a mission of mine to stop you from using the phrase of I hope you're in the pink. I am not sure where did you get this phrase. I think it's probably in the primary school. That was my guess now because I never taught my students this one. Okay, so we never use this phrase anymore, okay? Because even the external examiners from the Cambridge, they would actually told us of saying that even the Brits did not use this expression anymore. This is what we call an archaic expression that is so old that people did not use it anymore. Okay, please, next time you are writing your informal email, make sure that you change this into something else, like your friends have done in the previous sample. Okay, how are things? Okay, I hope you and your family are well. Okay, those are acceptable and easy to remember too, rather than I hope you're in the pink. Okay, recording to your last not recording, according to your last email, I think we can do house chores such as washing other people's cars to earn money. It can help us to earn money. Okay, washing other cars, question number 1. It can help us to earn money in a short period of time. Next, we can be a cashier at a restaurant. Okay, question number 1. It is because the restaurant is not far from my house. Okay, it's not far from my house. Other than that, we can also sell our things, our old things. Okay, rather than unuseful, our old things, and online you do not need ad here. Okay, to earn money because it is the easiest way to get money. Okay, you do not need any time. Okay, I think we can earn about $1,000 for 2 months. Okay, this is question number 2. It is possible to get if we work hard. Okay, we can also ask for a donation from our friends to increase our savings. Lastly, we can spend our money buying useful things that can help us for the trip, such as backpack, mineral water cap, and other things. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you. I hope we can achieve the aim together. Bye. Okay, so there's no number 3 here. Number 3 is that what are the things that you can spend it on? Okay lah, acceptable lah. We spend our money buying useful things. Okay lah, boleh lah. Okay, so content is 5. Okay, CA, communicative achievement, it's a bit disrupted, so it's a 3. Organization, I give you a 4. Language is a 3. So for this candidate, 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 over 20. The reason why this candidate gets lower than the others is the fact that there are mistakes that, although it seems simple, but they are frequent. When they are frequent, it will disrupt the flow of the writing, or even the reader to read the essay. So when it disrupts the reader, your communicative achievement, the tone is also disrupted. So hence, your language and your communicative achievement marks are affected. So for this candidate, it's 15 over 20. Right? Okay, with me so far, we are almost the end. We are nearing the end already. Let me check. Okay, we have 2 more. Okay. All right, let me just... Okay, let me just... All right, it's not working. Okay, let me just open it again. I don't know what's going on. Okay, while me trying to improve all the technological thing that's happened. If you have any question, please write away on the live chat section so that I can answer it for you. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next example. Okay, so just get this sorted. Okay, it was great to hear your news. Okay, this is another good expression of informal. This is a star. I've read your email. I agree with your idea about a trip to Fiji. Okay, the best thing we should do to earn money is sell unused clothes online. Number one. We can post it to Instagram Instagram or Facebook. Besides, the maximum money that we should aim to earn is $800. Apart from that, we should spend that money to buy a t-shirt and the cost of traveling there. Okay, at least we have money left for emergency. Let me know if you agree with my idea. Keep in touch. Okay, this is quite simple. Okay, although it's quite simple, it answers all the questions. So the content is 5. The communicative achievement, I cannot give you a 5 because you did not elaborate more. I know that the question asks you for 80 words, but if you can just elaborate a little bit of the ideas that you have, I think it should help with your communicative achievement. And because it's not elaborated well, so communicative achievement here is 4. Okay, the organization is quite good, so 5. Language, I would say a 4 because there are quite a number of mistakes. All right, this is the script, the second last script, and then we are moving on to the last script. Okay, again, how are you? How are you is fine, but stop using I hope you're in the pink. Okay, let's not do so anymore. Okay, first, remember your comma. First, I think we can earn money by doing some part-time jobs, such as washing dishes at food stall. Number 1, question number 1. We will get our salary for doing the job daily. Next, we should aim at least 2,500 as our budget to go for this holiday trip. Okay. I think it should be enough for our expenses. Last but not least, I think we should spend our money for some souvenirs. Again, spelling, no R for souvenirs, such as keychains and clothes. Okay, this is question number 3. It will be a memorable experience in our life. Okay, that's all from me. I hope you will show some interest with my idea. Okay, so content is definitely 5. CA, it's a bit 4. Some inconsistencies. Or I think perhaps a 4 because some are not very clear. Language is also a 4. So 12, 17. This candidate gets a 17. Okay, I think that marks the end of my presentation for you. Do you have any follow-up questions for me? Any questions? Yes, no, yes, no, no, yes. Okay. I'm assuming since there's no questions on the live chat session, so I hope you're okay. For those of you who, for all the works that you have done, I will try my best to mark. But if I cannot, please use this input as something that's very useful as your guidance. Okay. No more question. All right. I think that marks the end of our lesson, which is only 3 minutes early. Sorry about that. I thought that we can finish earlier. Okay, so have a good break tomorrow before we start. We resume our PDPR on Thursday. All right, thank you, class. Okay, thank you, everyone.